Hey, greetings from the dank basement. I'm your wicked Uncle Squinty, sometimes called Paul, and boy, do I have some snuff for you. First of all, I have to, in the interest of transparency and full disclosure, I have to tell you that Mr. Snuff just sent me a pile of snuffs as a gift. Now, I have not, during the 11-year history of this channel, ever accepted free snuff from a snuff vendor or snuff mill. I did not want my audience to perceive incorrectly that just because I got the snuff for free, I'm going to be more positive about it. I appreciate the gift, but I promise you, as I promised Mr. Snuff, I will be as objective as I can possibly be. And after more than 1,000 videos and more than 11 years here on YouTube, I think I've earned my street credibility, right? I got my street creds. So I got to show you. Now, what we're actually reviewing here is the new Strasbourg. And I say the new Strasbourg, and I'll explain that in just a second. I'm very excited about the stuff that they have sent me. First of all, don't know if you knew this, but Bernard's of Germany stopped making nasal snuff a couple of years ago. And God bless McChrystal's, the entire McChrystal family. They have licensed or somehow otherwise arranged to recreate all of these Bernard snuffs from the original recipe. I don't think they're doing the Gekochtler Virginie, which is too bad. But there are many of their tap box snuffs are now available. In fact, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, no, I've got 6, 2, 2, 2, 2, I don't know how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got a dozen different stuffs here. More than that. Yeah, I got 8 of those. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got 14 new Bernards to look at from McChrystals. And I have not reviewed all of the Simply Snuff snuffs. And I am going to review the ones I have not reviewed, which include the 4 Marx Brothers, from Harpo all the way to Groucho. I loved Harpo, man. He was great. Played the harp. He was really good, too. And they always gave him a shot to play the harp, usually with comic circumstances surrounding it. So I've got all those to review, plus I've got several of the Snoobie snuffs that were sent to me in a trade that I need to review for you. Interesting about this particular gift, this is brand new, this range from Sir Walter Scott's. God bless Johnny Scott. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these envelopes of the Skeld range, plus a curveball. The Skeld range is the brand new range from Sir Walter Scott's, celebrating Nordic or Norse traditions and Manx traditions, that is, traditions from the Isle of Man. In the British Isles, the range is called Skeld, which is Old Norse for shield. And these are all decorated with a different shield. They together make the shield wall, which, you know, you got to have when you're fighting against the hordes. I said hordes with a D. You need a different weapon for fighting against the horrors. I'm just saying. Even a really small weapon. But they threw me a curveball. Johnny, you threw me a curveball because there's one in here that doesn't have a shield on it. It says Fundador Numero 10. Fundador number 10. That leads me to believe that you are trying to recreate and re-release the snuffs of Rapaz Imperio do Brasil, which you cannot buy outside of Brazil. They will not ship internationally. If you get lucky, you'll have a friend that's going to Rio de Janeiro or something for some R&R, and he can bring you back some of the Imperios do Brasil snuffs, many of which are fabulous. Fundador is one of them. And I'm thinking, you sneaky devil, Johnny Scott. I think you're slipping one, trying to slip one over on me. So we'll have to take a look at that. Now let's get to the business at hand. The actual snuff review. Because of consumer demand, Mr. Snuff negotiated with Wilson's of Sharrow to recreate a small batch of the Strasbourg, one of my favorite SPs in the world. It's definitely in my top 10 of SPs, maybe even in my top 5. As a matter of fact, most of my favorite SPs now are being made by Wilson's of Sharrow because they are also making, of course, the Mullins and Westley line. The only exception to that in my top 10 would be the Toke Auto Range Chancellor, which is a very good SP and very different. And if I could still find it, the SP from Gowith and Hogarth. This is not that. This is the Strasbourg, reissued for Mr. Snuff. In the tin, what we've got is the standard, excellent, perfectly done Wilson's grind, which is medium to slightly finer than medium. Moisture level is such that while the snuff powder will stick to my finger, I cannot make a pill out of it. So at best, the moisture in this is medium. This is a very fresh smelling tin. I'm getting just a hint of ammonia, even though I opened this several days ago. Just a hint of the ammonia that indicates it's very fresh. It's a natural byproduct of the fermentation of tobacco, and SP is a fermented tobacco style. You know, years ago when I first reviewed this, the old version, my friend Martin Blouin from Quebec said it smells like Dr. Pepper, a popular carbonated soft drink in North America, maybe elsewhere in the world. I kind of disagreed with him, but I get where he gets that. There's definitely bergamot in here, but I'm smelling an awful lot of the base tobacco, which I'm happy for. It is not overcased, and it is not overtopped. Bergamot is there. There's also some lemon zest and something floral, which I can't yet identify. I got snuff all over me, on my lips. It's not tasty. Ah, I'm a mess. All right, here we go. Let's take a big fatty. That's right, I said I'm going to snuff up a fatty. Watermelon size, watermelon seed sized. Not watermelon size, that would be terrifying to try to put up my nose. But the size of a watermelon seed. Here we go. Oh, what a delightful burn. By the way, when you sniff snuff, don't do what I just did. It lacks class. Don't make a face and go, ah. Also, don't get snuff in your eye. Yeah, you don't want to overreact to the burn, but that's a healthy burn, kids. Wee-haw! Especially with that size of pinch that I just took. Oh, goodness me. Let me let it develop for half a second here in the nostrils. Yeah, really excited about having all these new snuffs, and I've got some Snoobies to review that I got in a trade. And we may revisit Lundy Foot from Sir Walter Scott's. I really love that. Always looking for a good toast snuff, and that is one. With a hell of a story behind the name. I won't bore you with it now, but let's just say it's not always bad to pass out drunk when you're drying your snuff. Not always. Oh my. All right, in the nose, I'm getting a little bit more of that floral than I did from sniffing the tin. Definitely bergamot, of course, and lemon zest, as I expected. There's another citric element in there that I can't identify. If I was real brave and wanted to go way out on a limb, I would suggest there was just a little grapefruit. And the floral, I'm guessing, is wallflower. It's not in your face enough to be gardenia or honeysuckle. It's not dry enough to be a carnation scent. Yeah, I'm going to guess wallflower is the floral in here. But it may be a mix of florals. I would have to go to the Sheffield Exchange. You can too, by the way. Go to sheffieldexchange.co.uk and you will find recipes for virtually every snuff made in the history of the Commonwealth. So, okay, on the squinty scale, where 1 is disgusting and 5 is delicious, this is a 4.5. I can't give it a 5. It's not as good as my absolute favorite SPs. It's not in my top 3. It's definitely in my top 10, probably top 5 of all SPs that I have ever used. I like this. It's unique and gets a 4 out of 5. Nicotine on this at best is moderate. If you have any experience with nicotine at all, this is going to be right about mid-range for nicotine. The risk with this, however, especially during the warm weather months, is you can sniff a lot of this. You can sniff quite a lot of this. You have to work to get whatever throat drip is there. And there's virtually no forward drip. This is a little more clogging, I think, than other SPs I've reviewed. It doesn't quite open the nose the way just a straight bergamot does, like a Tom Buck or a Queen's Extra Strong. But it's not hard on the nose in the least. So yeah, 4.5. Nicotine, medium range. Everything is well done here. Now to the answer to the burning question. I did have a 5-gram tin of the Strasbourg, but I'm afraid it had aged badly in the tin. And it tasted of aluminum more than anything else and had a funky edge to it. And actually, before cutting this video, I just sniffed the tin and went, nope. And one of the rare occasions I actually threw away a snuff. So I have nothing to compare this to. But as far as my memory serves me, to answer your question, Kay at Mr. Snuff, yeah, this is about a dead ringer for the original Strasbourg. It's very, very good. If it's not identical, it's very close. And I suspect it's identical. So, guys, if you're interested in getting this snuff, Mr. Snuff will sell it as long as there is consumer demand. If they get a lot of orders for it, they may reorder it and keep it on the shelf. So it's really up to us. If you want the new Strasbourg to stay around, buy some. That's the only thing I can say. Yeah, that's good. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And I will probably just shoot through this tin. In fact, I've already used quite a lot of it. Again, full disclosure. Because I'd missed it. It's really good. Excuse me just a second. Like shaving, you blow lightly and quickly. You stroke lightly and quickly with your razor. Oh, sorry, I got to do it again, kids. And I take that back. Forward drip is fairly profuse. At least it is for me tonight, but I'm really allergic. I've been having problems with my left eye closing on me. I can't keep it open because it hurts. And it's just allergy. And I was like, I took a Benadryl this afternoon, made me goofy. Goofier. All right, guys, that's it from the Dank Basement. I'm your wicked Uncle Squinty. I've been having problems with YouTube uploading lately. Every time Google gets a wild hair to make things, quote, better, they screw it up, at least for blind people. And I'm having some issues. But hopefully I'll be able to upload this and you'll be able to learn from the few pearls of wisdom I've dropped here. And tomorrow night, another episodio of Pinch Witch Squinty. We might even dip into the Bernards. I got a hankering for some Zweifacher. Talk to you soon.